Great day, great day, great day. It's me. It's me. Happy YouTube day. Wow, we're at 1 year. There's been a lot going on with like health-wise and stuff, so I'm trying to multitask and manage that. So you guys kind of got to bear with me a little bit. So the videos may be a little off, but bear with me. We're going to work this thing out together. I need my ice from Cookout. I'm so glad the Cookout is black owned, so I can still go get my ice today. Pray to God. But, got my notes. Wait. Wrong page. Alrighty. You ready? Let's go. So I had this dream, right? And that's kind of like where the topic of today's video is coming from. It's talking about basically the dream that I had. And in this dream, the base of today's topic is, sometimes you got to know in life and get to new levels and new places in life, you have to leave certain people behind. That's just a part of the journey. We can't help we can't help or decide who God does and doesn't want to take along with us as we succeed. Oh, that light hits me pretty well. I wish I could sit back where the light can hit me, but it blinds me a little bit. But hey, this is where we are. All right. So tell you about a dream that I had. And it's so funny because I got this epiphany from the dream, right? So in the dream, right, I'm hanging out with some friends and we're about to go to Africa. And it's something, a place I've always wanted to go is Africa. And we got our bags. We're getting ready to go. And a friend of mine is, oh no, Russ, we gotta get my bags, gotta get my bags. And I'm just like, well, we about to go. So I go back. I got notes because we was a couple of weeks ago. So I go back to help them with the bags. I go back to help them with their bags, and we missed the flight. So as we missed the flight, they said, "Oh, well, I have a better idea. That's better than Africa. It's better than Africa." So we end up at this petting zoo. Yes, a damn petting zoo. We end up at a petting zoo with these animals, and one of them is like, I love water animals. Not the big whales and stuff. I like little dolphins and stuff. Little itty bitty stuff, So they said we can get in the water with them. So I'm fully clothed. I get in there with my regular clothes. And I'm just pissed because this person is so excited. And they're like, isn't this so much better than Africa? And I say no. Now, I wake up from this dream and I realized that it was so much more to this dream than what I thought. And a lot of times we'll end up in friendships where they're very just them driven. Like, you have people who don't want you to go further than where they are. They want you to stay stuck in a certain place. And it's like, you got to choose between God's promise or settling for the bootleg version of God's promise. So it's like, in my dream, I wanted to go to Africa. It was set in stone. Ticket was paid for. But I was going back to help someone. And the thing about it was, I'm thinking I'm doing them a favor, but I'm doing me doing me an injustice. And it's the reality of sometimes you have people who sometimes you got to leave certain people behind. Sometimes you have to leave them behind for them to understand that there's greater out there. And sometimes you have to leave them behind because it's a lesson that God's trying to teach them and they can't teach it to. He can't teach it to them. I'm sorry for my verbiage. It's the medicine. You're stopping him from teaching them the lesson. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. So I hope it makes sense to you. And that's something I've done a lot. I've always gone back to help other people. And it's like, dang, it's like, this is what you want me to stay back here for? This shit is ghetto. I don't like it here. I don't want it. Like, boo, tomato. But that is something that, those of us with good hearts do. And you have to remember, you choosing you doesn't disqualify you from having a good heart. It doesn't. You choosing you and letting a person learn their lesson is an act of obedience. Sometimes you have certain people who are your assignment, and then other times you have people who just aren't your assignment. And in that dream, that particular person was not my assignment. So they needed to be left behind. And I didn't. And there I am at this lame ass little petting zoo water show. And that's the thing I realized in the dream. That friend wanted me to stay behind and wanted me to be hyped because their mentality didn't stick out outside. My mentality was Africa. Their version of Africa was a small, rinky-dink pet zoo. And it wasn't even dolphins in the water. Remember, it wasn't even no dolphins. It was that rinky-dink. Boring, right? Like, boo, boo, tomato, tomato. But that's something we have to realize. And I had another note I wanted to talk about. This video is going to be a short video because I got a lot to do today. Gaslighting. Gaslighting. A lot of people will gaslight you to keep you from advancing. They'll gaslight you. Like, oh, what about me? And, like, I have some friends, we say one band, one sound. However, our mentalities are Africa together. None of us want to keep each other behind. You got some people who really will gaslight you into feeling like, oh, well, you're leaving me behind. Well, what about me? What about me? And sometimes God will have us in a financial position to where we can only really focus on us. Yes, we can bless others. However, the genuine focus is just simply on us. Something to think about. Right? So I just wanted to share that with the dreams to encourage you guys. It's okay to choose you. It's okay to choose God's promise, because choosing you, what we fail to realize is choosing us is choosing God's promise. And sometimes we got to appreciate some people in our lives for certain seasons. Some seasons are seasons for just that petting show. But sometimes we have to realize that little petting show is just to show us that there's better out there. Go for better. Choose better. And there's nothing wrong with wanting better and wanting better for yourself. All right? Well, that's my cue. I'm going to try to keep these videos around 10 minutes now. No more super long videos. I know you guys got shit to do, right? So just something to think about. You know, it's nothing wrong with saying, I have to choose me. It's nothing wrong with saying, I want more. It's nothing wrong with saying, I deserve more. So, next week's video, we're going to talk about joy. Something the world didn't give and the world can't take it away. And that's something we fail to realize. We give people things that we allow people to take away things that they did not give to us. All right? I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.